afternoon and welcome to NewsWatch Ole. I'm Mary Martin Booker.
And I'm Gabe Evans. We have a packed show for you tonight, starting off with a look at some local news, and later on we'll have a look at the White House you don't want to miss.
Before we dive into local news, we have a tragic story out of Dallas.
That's right. The FBI is investigating an, quote, act of targeted violence following a shooting that took place at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement office in Dallas. The shooting was first reported just after 6:30 this morning, leaving 2 dead and 1 in critical condition.
All of the victims have been identified as detainees of ICE. 2 victims have been declared dead and the third is in critical condition. The shooter fired several rounds from a nearby roof before taking his own life with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Bullets that were not used were found near the shooter and contained messages that were of, quote, anti-ICE nature, indicating an ideological or political motive. Here's a look at what the Dallas mayor had to say about today's horrific events.
Today at approximately 6:40 a.m. we received a city officer call. We responded to the call, got to the scene, and we later learned that we had 4 individuals that were shot, 2 of them deceased, including the shooter. The DPD was able to locate the shooter, who was deceased.
Now switching gears to the weather in Oxford, it has been a crazy day today and very rainy and humid all over the campus.
Yeah, the weather is definitely keeping us on our toes. Now let's check in with weather anchor Erica Dierke for a look at our current conditions.
Thank you. So we have been having cloud coverage and scattered showers all day, and right now is no exception. It's not that hot, but it is very sticky. More updates on weather later. Back to you guys at the desk.
Sorority girls across campus, including myself, are getting ready to put on their dancing shoes for a good cause.
That's right. Tonight at the Pavilion, all 11 Panhellenic sorority chapters will come together to compete in fundraising dance competitions. This event will benefit CASA of North Mississippi, an organization dedicated to advocating for neglected and abused children in the foster care system.
The funds raised will directly support trained advocates who will work with the children in the Oxford-Lafayette area. Tonight is sure to be full of fun, philanthropy, and some crazy dance moves. Tickets are still available for $17.85, and they can be purchased on the Eventbrite app. Looking ahead to the next year, for the 2026 Ole Miss football season, you must be a donor to secure seats. Donation level will determine priority point rank and seat allocation. Priority points being system used to rank donors, with points given for donations and purchase of season tickets. There are 9 levels of donation, going from Rebel, donating $50 a year, to the Legend level, donating $25,000 a year. You can monitor your priority point ranking at OleMissTix.com, which is crucial for seat selection. You can buy tickets through the Ole Miss official athletics website or Passiolen, and after purchasing, students can buy or sell their tickets with seat stock using a valid Ole Miss email.
October is just around the corner, and the University Museum is hosting some fun events throughout the month. Kicking things off with an opportunity to combine fitness with history with yoga in the gallery, a homecoming tailgate, and a floral workshop. Spots are sure to fill up quickly, so make sure you reserve your spot on the event on Eventbrite.
Some exciting news for students. Union food staple McAllister's is back open and in a brand new spot.
Let's take a look with NewsWatch reporter Hannah Black at everything the new McAllister's location is serving up.
The Student Union just got a little busier and a little tastier. McAllister's Deli, known for its stacked sandwiches, loaded spuds, and famous sweet tea, is the newest dining spot for students on campus.
The more the merrier. I love the McAllister's here. I think it's a great addition. I don't really turn to a lot of the other options in the Union, so McAllister's is kind of like my baby. So honestly, I think it's a great addition.
For students grabbing a quick bite between classes, having McAllister's on campus brings a little more convenience by adding another option to the Union. There can be online deliveries to the dorms by using the Grubhub app and choosing the Starship robots to deliver. The deli gives students more dining variety inside the Union, adding to the mix of restaurants already there.
It's so convenient since it's in the Union. It's literally close to everything. It's close to my dorm. It's maybe like a 5-minute walk. And so it's always open. It's a nice snack. You can literally get anything there. If you're really hungry or you just need a little snack, it's so convenient.
Whether it's a quick lunch between classes or a place to hang out with friends, McAllister's is already making its mark on campus dining.
From the Union, this is Hannah Black, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Well, I for one can say that McAllister's is for sure my favorite meal in the Union. I'm so glad they have it back on campus.
Personally, I'm a Qdoba fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I am begrudgingly a Qdoba fan. I much prefer Chipotle, but that's what's there, and it's a good bite to eat. Looking into tonight, though, we will be continuing with these kind of scattered showers, and we'll definitely talk more about it after the break, but you may need to bring your umbrella out tonight.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready?
I love my boyfriend. We've been together since like 8th grade. He's my best friend. He takes care of me.
What we're going to do tonight is make classic Indian. But this is going to be Indian food with a difference. There's into that we just had.
It only takes one accident to start a fire. Test your smoke alarms now.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Hey Rebs, welcome back. I'm Erica Durkee with Storm Watch. And if you are sick and tired of that Mississippi blistering heat, well then you are in luck because we are getting a little bit of a break from it. Today we've been seeing some scattered showers. The precipitation percentage is very high all day, which means it's going to be on and off. If you are like our news anchor Gabe, then you wish there was more rain, which I think that's kind of a bummer thing to say, but we'll let it slide because it's been very, very hot. And these high winds are as a result of the possible storms that we will be having throughout the evening, which we will talk about later, but this rain is likely to persist throughout the rest of the day. If you'll give me one moment here. All right, so looking at our region, we are seeing that South Haven is kind of an outlier here with this 88 as their high. Throughout the rest of the region, we are not even cracking the mid 80s, and we are not getting much below 70, but into the night, we do have a chance of seeing it very, very late. And this is again due to all of this precipitation, but this also means that our humidity is going to be pretty high in these areas. Looking into tonight, we are seeing about 70 degrees if you're going to be outside. And these showers and storms very well might persist. We'll look at the radar in just a moment here. The winds are dying down, and let me be candid, I didn't know that the humidity could be 100%, so we might be feeling that stickiness that we've been feeling today even more going into tonight. But the precipitation is at a lower percentage, so there is less of a chance, but it might very well persist. Tomorrow as well, the precipitation has an even lower chance. There's a slight chance during today and then possibly storms after 1, but I wouldn't count on it. Maybe just keep an eye on your weather app. And even though we are still seeing these like high 70s, it shouldn't be very hot, which is good because our humidity is very, very high right now due to all the precipitation that we're seeing in the air. Throughout our region, we're seeing a lot more variety than we've been seeing in this hot Mississippi September. And South Haven again has the regional high, but the rest of our areas are just below 80 or very low 80s. It's very surprising considering what we have been seeing, and we're even kissing the 50s at the very low, which is a big surprise for how we've been. Now here is a look at our radar. This is from a couple hours ago, so we're probably more over here by now, but we can see the precipitation moving this way. It is unclear if we're going to be getting all of this mess tonight over here in the green, this like moderate to high rain with the yellow here, but it's possible. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on your weather app and keeping your hand on the umbrella. So luckily this precipitation will be done for this weekend. We have a game, we have a lot of stuff going on, but it is a lot milder temperatures than we've been seeing, with it being kind of in the low to mid 80s this weekend for the high, and then around the high 50s at the very lowest.
Well, I just have to address, it's not that I like the rain, I just like the cooler temperatures. So with the cloud cover in the rain, I don't have to sweat walking to class.
I think that'll be perfect for football this Saturday.
For sure.
Haley, why don't you tell us about that?
Yes, well, coming up, I have football updates, a new women's basketball schedule, and a third-place finish for women's golf. All of this and more when we get back from this very short break.
You don't have an STD or anything, do you?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you've never been tested?
No.
Really? Okay. I mean, it's not that hard.
I know.
Anyway, it's something to consider.
Okay.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Getting tested for sexually transmitted diseases doesn't have to be scary.
Two flashlights.
What's up, champ? I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Welcome back to NewsWatch, everyone. I'm Haley Hood with your latest sports. Big changes are coming to SEC football starting in 2026. The conference is moving to a 9-game slate with 3 annual rivals and 6 rotating opponents. There's no more divisions. Every team will play each other at least once every 2 years, home and away in 4. Traditional rivalries like the Egg Bowl and Red River Showdown are locked in, and this rotation ensures fairness and balance. Don't worry about our occasional non-conference games. They are not going anywhere. Expect bigger games, tougher schedules, and a clearer path to the college football playoffs in the SEC. And as some of you may know, football in Oxford is not just for the Rebels, but the Chargers of Oxford High as they took on a big rival, the Tupelo Golden Wave. Sports reporter Dylan Laborde was there to catch the action.
The Oxford Chargers took on the number 1 team in the state, the Tupelo Golden Wave, at Bobby Holcomb Field in Oxford on Friday night. The Golden Wave prevailed, winning 20-13. Oxford came out hot, scoring 2 touchdowns in the first half, but Tupelo adjusted and kept the Chargers from scoring in the second half. Oxford's pass offense, led by junior quarterback Drew Dean, who threw for 124 yards and a touchdown, looked precise and productive in the first half, but struggled to keep that momentum going into the second half. Going against a Tupelo defense that had 5 sacks, led by 3 Division I commits. I talked to junior wide receiver Jack Showoff about how Tupelo adjusted to their passing offense and how they look to adjust going against Grenada this Friday.
I think they just settled in and they really bunkered down on the run game, so they knew we had to pass it. So they just played a deep safety, and we couldn't really throw any deep routes. I mean, I think we're the best receiving group in the state. I mean, we're going to bounce back automatically. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, we have 3 of the top 7 receivers in the state for reception and receiving yards, so I think we'll just bounce back.
Tupelo's offense was explosive, being headlined by junior running back Kylan Bobo, who rushed for 217 yards and all 3 touchdowns. He holds 10 Division I offers. Both teams look to continue their success this Friday. Tupelo will play West Point at home and Oxford will host Grenada, both games kicking off at 7 p.m.
I'm Dylan the Board, and I'm with NewsWatch.
Thanks so much, Dylan. And Ole Miss women's basketball is gearing up for a stacked non-conference slate this season. The Rebels tip off November 3rd at home against Norfolk State for a Kids Day, and then they immediately hit the road to face Alabama and A&M. They'll face big names like Wisconsin, George Mason, and Kansas State in tournament play. And do not miss a massive matchup against Notre Dame in the ACC and SEC Challenge on December 4th. The Rebels close out non-conference play on December 28th against Alcorn State, so get ready, Rebel fans. It's almost tip-off time. And as new seasons are starting, we still cannot get over the ticket crisis of football season. Reporter Kaylin Rankin went out on campus to see what students are saying.
Saturdays in Oxford are truly one of a kind. Whether you're getting the full game day experience or just enjoying a few hours in the Grove, you're guaranteed to have a good time. Although, most students this season are having to miss games or go through extreme obstacles to secure tickets to see their Rebels in action. In previous years, student tickets would go on sale in April, but tickets for the 2025 football season became available to students in early August. The price for a season student ticket was $175 with a $50 donation.
I think it's awful because a lot of seniors, juniors, and sophomores didn't get it, and it kind of takes away from the love of the school.
I think it would be appropriate to call it a donation if you're like forced to pay it either way. I saw one that's like $300, and I was like, yeah, no. If I had this like a student season ticket, then that would probably be best. I guess the donation part just is the main thing that I think is a problem.
Students who do not have student tickets find themselves having to buy tickets from other students or outside ticket sites. Students in this position have been cautious of potential scammers and are having to decide if going to a game is worth the prices fellow students are offering for tickets.
I think that's a little greedy on their part. I feel like, obviously don't undercharge, but I feel like you should also just consider like maybe not everybody has that type of money. It's just being fair with the amount that you charge. I mean, because you obviously want to make profit.
Well, it's great because I make a lot of money off of it, but for other people it's kind of hard because it's like $200 a ticket right now.
To be or not to be, that is a decision students have to make this season when it comes to attending home games. Between scammers, the Mississippi heat, and outrageous ticket prices, students are working hard to do whatever they can to stay in the spirit. So whether you're cheering from afar or in the stands, keep doing whatever it takes to support our Rebels. Reporting from the Grove, I'm Kaylin Rankin from NewsWatch.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. And the Ole Miss women's golf team stays hot, finishing third at the inaugural Canadian Collegiate and Invitational. The Rebels shot one over as a team with 3 golfers making way into the top 15. Mary Miller and Nicole Gao both finished tied for 8th, while Sophie Linder was tied for 13th. This marks Ole Miss's 3rd straight top 3 finish this fall. The team will now take a month off before wrapping up the season at the Alley, hosted by Mississippi State October 20th through the 22nd. For more sports fun, tonight you can catch all of the Ole Miss sororities compete against each other in a dance battle for CASA of Northwest Mississippi. Be sure to check in tomorrow for more sports news just for you. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back after this short break.
I don't like when you get like this. Then just unlike her post. I'm not flirting with her, she's my friend. It's her or me. Block her. But it's not fair, you can't. Do you understand? I don't block her.
Even when they happen on your phone, unhealthy behaviors can still hurt. Learn the signs before things go too far. Visit joinonelove.org.
No. Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything. Yes, I was. Yes, no.
Take my eyes off you.
is quite clear that you were driving too fast to cope with the unexpected.
The faster the speed, the bigger the mess. From the Road Safety Authority, supported by Hibernian.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. If you drive in Oxford, you know that the roundabouts can be very tricky for some drivers and have even experienced a roundabout accident yourself. NewsWatch reporter Susie Rendell asked Oxford residents how they feel about driving with roundabouts.
In Oxford, there are about 34 to 38 roundabouts. Oxford holds the state record for the city with the most roundabouts. There's no wonder why our mayor is nicknamed Roundabout Robin. But how many people here actually know how to drive in a roundabout? I was able to ask some drivers in our town how confident they were.
I most certainly do, but not everybody here in Oxford knows how to use it.
I do, but there's a lot of people in this town who don't, and it's kind of annoying, but it's okay because I do.
Yeah, I do. I learned how to in driver's ed.
Yes, I do know how to use a roundabout.
Yes, I know how to use a roundabout. I totally recommend that everybody should learn. Thank you. I took the driver's test when I was 16, just like everybody else. It's not that hard. Sorry.
I actually do. I learned how a roundabout works growing up, and I was shocked when I came here and learned how many people don't.
Some big roundabouts to watch out for include one on Old Taylor Road and another off Chucky Mullins. These two tend to cause lots of traffic for students and faculty trying to make it to campus. There are also roundabouts that cause traffic for the general Oxford population, such as 3 on South Lamar and the Square. In addition to traffic, not all are confident in navigating roundabouts.
Honestly, no, I just go whenever no one else is going.
Yes, I know how to use them, but not well, and if you don't slow down, they will run over you. I've had it happen.
When operating a roundabout, first slow down, then look left. The cars already in the roundabout have the right of way, so make sure to yield. When it's safe to enter, proceed with caution and stay in your lane. Roundabouts move counterclockwise. And finally, when you start to approach your exit, turn on your blinker and exit safely. Reporting for NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Suzette Reindl.
Switching over now to a national story, 2 baffling bronze statues that oddly appeared in front of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. have been removed. Take a look at this. President Trump, alongside deceased sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, depicted as, quote, the best friends ever, according to the plaque below. The 2 figures holding hands appear to frolic about on Capitol grounds before the statue was removed prior to this morning. The United States Park Police stated that they, along with the National Park Service, removed the statue due to a lack of compliance with rules that require a permit. This is the latest in a sequence of statues that have appeared in D.C. since October of last year. After a brief removal from the air, Jimmy Kimmel Live is back on the air. Kimmel's show was removed following comments made following the death of Charlie Kirk. In his return, Kimmel addressed his comments while also defending free speech in his opening monologue. Disney stated that the decision to bring Kimmel's show back to the air comes after, quote, thoughtful conversations. However, with Jimmy's return to ABC, President Trump has voiced his strong opposition to the decision, stating that Kimmel's return to television, quote, puts the network in jeopardy. Sinclair and Nexstar Media are continuing to not air the show on all of their ABC affiliate stations.
Keeping things in national news, the Pentagon has terminated the Defense Advisory Committee on Women in the Services, a decades-old group that supported women in the military. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth released a statement on social media saying the organization advances a, quote, divisive feminist agenda. He said it hurts combat readiness. The group offered support for the women on topics like domestic abuse support, healthcare, and body armor. Switching over to the world of tech, Meta, the company of major social apps like Instagram and Facebook, has pledged tens of millions of dollars to support AI. The company has created a political action committee to influence artificial intelligence regulation. Through a new super PAC, Meta will be earning millions to fight back against state politicians that the company sees as not supporting the technology. Staying in the realm of technology, luxury automobile company Jaguar Land Rover has halted production following a cyber attack earlier this month. Jaguar Land Rover originally planned to start back production today, but now are resuming on the 1st of October in order to fully resume operations. Britain's largest car manufacturer is the latest European company to be targeted by cyber attacks, following several hospitals, charities, and even airports.
Thank you, Mary Martin. Coming up, you're going to want to grab your popcorn because we are talking all about the latest movies coming to screens near you and why superstar Harry Styles is using a fake name. All of this and more after this short break.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Son, I figured when you were old enough, I'd talk to you about drugs. I'd tell you they're nothing but poison. Tell you to stay away from the garbage that pushes that junk. Only I never figured that I ought to be telling that to a 13-year-old.
If you don't teach your kids to say no to drugs, it's as good as saying yes.
You may feel alone.
You aren't. Because we
didn't stay quiet. I am a businesswoman. Survivor. Survivor. Survivor.
And we won't stay quiet.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. We've covered all of the serious news today, and I'm ready for something a little bit more fun.
Me too. Let's pop over to entertainment anchor Caitlin Salas for our pop culture update of the week.
Thanks, Mary Martin. It's been a week since the last pop culture recap, and we have lots to catch up on. Here's my top 3 events of the week. First, Taylor Swift is a movie star. Coming to theaters this October, a release party in select AMC locations to celebrate the world premiere of her album, The Life of a Showgirl. It will also premiere never-before-seen videos, including a new music video for her song, The Fate of Ophelia. Staying in the movie world, Camp Rock 3 is confirmed. Starring the Jonas Brothers, Demi Lovato will produce this major Disney reunion. The plot is going to follow the band finding a new opening act for their reunion tour after the original one vanishes. And finally, Stead Sarandos has crossed the finish line. Harry Styles ran the Berlin Marathon this past Sunday under an alias, running sub 3 hours. Specifically 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds. What an accomplishment. And that's my top 3 of the week. Be sure to pop in for the pop culture next Wednesday. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Gabe Evans.
And I'm Mary Martin Booker with your latest news.
Thank you for watching. Have a good night.